Hi Aries, welcome. So Aries, this is going to be your reading. I am time stamping this April because that's when I'm recording it. But my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever this finds you, that's when you're meant to hear it. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. So let's get into it, Aries. First card out is the card of Venus. So this is all about love, really. Loving yourself, loving others. It's a very magnetic energy. It is encouraging you to find more pleasure in your current experience. And, you know, don't forget to enjoy your life. We get so goal driven in life. You know, like we've got to meet this deadline. We need to have this done by this age or this accomplished by this time. And you know what I mean? Like it's really easy to get caught in that trap. But really, it's about finding pleasure all along the way. It's about finding joy in every day because you never know, you know, what's going to be around the corner for you. So why not savor the moment that you're in? And this card speaks to that. It speaks about indulgence as well as your five senses: taste, touch, smell, hearing. And like kind of indulging all of your senses, if you will, which, you know, like there's lots of schools of thought about indulgence. I say everything in moderation. But this is all about feeling good and allowing yourself to feel good and not, you know, guilting yourself over it, not pressuring yourself to be different than you are, just like truly just being like, yes, this is me and I love me, you know. Which in my opinion, Aries, is how you should be all the time. But it's especially highlighting this for your birthday season, and happy birthday to all of my Aries. I hope it's a beautiful birthday for you. Let's get some Osho Zen cards out and see what else we have coming through for my Aries. Oh, and this is so random, but I like to share with you the songs that pop in my head while I meditate. So I meditate before every reading. And as soon as I came out of meditation for the Aries Collective, I heard the song Come On Eileen. Come on Eileen, oh, from this moment. Yeah, that song. I don't know what that song's about, but maybe check it out. I don't know, give it a listen, look at the lyrics. It might make sense to you. Some of you may know somebody named Eileen, or maybe your name is Eileen. Heck, I don't know. Take it or leave it. So let's see what else we have coming through. You have the card of friendliness, transformation, and existence. So, Aries, this is also highlighting your friendship circle, family, your close network, those that you love, right? Because again, this is more so focused on love, emotion. Not saying the other areas of your life aren't important, but they're really wanting to point you in this direction of connectivity, feeling connected, being connected. Others may be coming to your aid or to become supportive of you during this time frame. Of course, you could also be that sense of support for others. There are some big changes coming through. You have the card of death and rebirth, the card of transformation. So I feel like you can expect some changes. It's not really showing me in what area, but it may be in your friendship circle or your love life. We'll see. And then you also have the card of existence, which this card to me is always like a very contemplative energy, very spiritual energy. It's almost like, have you ever had a moment where like you just even questioned your existence? You know, like I don't think as human beings we think about our existence as much or as often as we should, I guess, because I think it's uncomfortable to a lot of people, but I am speaking to the spiritual community here, so we're kind of comfortable with this. Like, I love exploring, you know, the afterlife, existence, you know, anything to do with spirituality, but sometimes it can be a bit uncomfortable So Aries, I guess it just depends on where you're at in your own spiritual journey. And yeah, but there is some sort of questioning or contemplation coming in. All right, so I don't really want to use these just yet. Let's use these. Let's see what else for my Aries during this time frame. For my Aries. Aries. Okay, let's see what else. Oh my goodness gracious. Aries. Okay, you have the Hierophant. The Seven of Cups. What does Aries need to know? The Fool and the Six of Cups. So, Aries, when it comes to what you're committed to, right? Your belief structures, again, spirituality coming up. But not just spirituality, like your beliefs. What do you believe about yourself, about life, about others, about partnerships? And really digging, I don't want to say digging deep. I actually want to say being more observant of those beliefs. And a belief is just a thought you keep thinking on a daily basis, by the way. So what are your routine patterns of thoughts as well? Which one of those are becoming a hindrance to you? Because I feel that there is something going on around that, Aries, where you might have a continued thought pattern about yourself or about another that may seem practical to think that way or realistic to think that way, but it actually hinders you. And because there's so many of you here, I'm not going to get the actual details of specifically what that's around, but I want you to ask yourself that, like, what thoughts am I thinking on a routine basis that do not serve me? And how do I know which thoughts do not serve me? They feel bad when I think about them, and they produce negative results. That's all you need to know. Any thought that produces a negative emotion and or a negative result is not a thought that is worth continuing to think, no matter how realistic, no matter how practical, no matter how much reasoning you have to continue it. It doesn't serve you. It does not serve you, right? I don't know why I'm feeling called to talk about this. Also, they're bringing up a specific message about timelines when it comes to getting over something or getting over someone, or, you know, like everybody has a different timeline for how they cope when things change, right? Like some people are very adaptable to change and they're just like over it the next day. And then some people may take, you know, weeks, months, years, whatever. I want to say as an Aries and as a fire sign, unless you have some pretty strong fixed placements, you're actually more adaptable than the other zodiac signs. So you tend to be somebody who doesn't really dwell. You do tend to get back right on your horse and ride off into the sunset. You know what I mean? But the message is specifically about not letting yourself or others make you feel bad for your timeline, for how quickly or how slowly you decide to move on from something or to move away from something or to get over something. Because see, some people will think if you get over something really quickly, oh, you didn't care, which is almost never the case, right? But we all make assumptions, right? And then some people think if it takes you forever to get over it, that you did care a lot, and or you are making excuses as to why you can't get over something, you know? So it's like, in the court of public opinion, who gives a crap what the public thinks, you know? Or, you know, I hate to be like so brash about that, but like, you know, that's the funny thing about assumption, is it makes an ass of you and me. It's in the word, assumption, assume. Let other people assume what they want. It's your timeline, it's your life, it's your decisions. You can handle it however you want, in whichever way that you want. And I don't know, for some reason that was important for somebody to hear, or all of you to hear. Take it or leave it. Okay, so I do feel there needing to be some decisions, right, on which direction you're going, but also what you're committed to. Then you have the Fool and the Six of Cups, which is interesting because this is contradictory energy. This is like wanting to go into a new chapter and then at the same time being pulled to the past, right? So you may have a split in your energy where, you know, you're looking for something new here or to move in a new direction, but there seems to be a little confusion around that. And then this is somehow also tied to the past, or you keep getting pulled back into the past, a person from the past or something from the past, something to do with that. So let's see what else here for you, Aries. What else for Aries? Page of Cups, King of Cups, and the Three of Wands showing up in the emotional space. So very sensitive, emotional energy here. Now, you could be dealing with somebody, particularly if you're dealing with a water sign, that is very, very, very sensitive. Aries may have a lot of emotion going on, and or this could be you showing up like in your softer element, in your softer side, or maybe needing to soften up a little bit, right? What's interesting to me is the Three of Wands is also here. So this is like future forward thinking. It's like making a decision and sticking to it. But listening to your emotion, And I also want to add the caveat that this is about making a decision regardless of how another or others feel. Okay, so that message is coming up again, which is weird, right? Because I don't usually like to say, oh, just disregard other people's emotions. That's not caring, you know, that's not loving. But at the same time, if done in a respectful way, it can be the most loving thing you can do, right? As opposed to letting yourself get drugged into doing things or saying things or participating in things that go against what you value or what you want. You know, sometimes the most loving thing to do is to say, I respect that that's how you feel, but I'm gonna go my own way. You know, I'm still going to stand by what I want. So you see, it's like all in your approach as well, and your tone and your energy and how you convey yourself, okay? Especially to family, okay? Friends is what specifically showed up, or a partner. So this feels kind of deep to me. Let's go further. Some of you just get emotional about, you know, what your future holds, and because of that, it may be easier for you to get sucked back into your past or go back into like past behaviors or a sense of like what you're familiar with, you know, as opposed to trying something new. A little bit of creature of habit type vibe I'm also getting. All right, Eight of Pentacles. What else does Aries need to know? Four of Wands. Yeah, there's also a sense of like staying busy. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got this right. I mean this in a productive way. Like there's a sense of like keeping yourself busy, staying dedicated to what you've committed yourself to and what you believe in, regardless if anybody else believes in it but you. You know, like you kind of have to leave the others out of it in the most loving and respectful way. They're once again highlighting partnerships and friendships, okay? And I feel this being a very supportive type of energy showing up. But I also feel you are doing a little bit of distractive techniques, or whether you're in, I can't get the words out. They want me to stop there. There seems to be some distractions, you know. I feel like what you're trying to distract yourself from, or maybe someone you're connecting with is trying to distract themselves from, is this heaviness, you know, this very anxious feeling. And what is the anxiety about? What the future holds. It's like not knowing what the future holds, not knowing where to put your energy, where to put your time, you know, what would be a valuable use of your time versus a non-valuable use of your time. And Spirit wants to simplify this for you, Aries, as best as possible. As I think a lot of people struggle with, what should I be giving my energy to? What should I be dedicating my life to? Whatever. And Spirit is saying, to whatever makes you feel good, to whatever makes you feel the best about you. And I'm talking about genuinely feeling good, not pretending to feel good, not feeling good because you satisfied somebody else's expectations of what you should be doing, but because you genuinely are in a state of bliss, doing what you love. And that could be as simple as taking a nap and being kind to yourself, right? It doesn't have to be some big altruistic purpose, right? But for some of you, it is a much bigger purpose. It is a much more altruistic, spiritual, whatever. But it's just about what would satisfy me the most right here, right now. How can I enjoy this blessing of my life today? How can I enjoy the blessing of being alive today? You know, most people are so busy looking for the blessing that they're not realizing that you woke up today and that is the blessing. Okay? And then, yes, more blessings and more blessings can come off of that vantage point, that platform, but you are a living, breathing, thinking blessing. Treat yourself as such. Okay, let's see what the guidance is, and then we are going to go to the, oh my goodness, I can't reach my guidance cards. Okay, then we're going to go to the you versus them love portion of the reading. Guidance for my Aries. It is card number 4. Every relationship. Oh my gosh, you know what? I don't know when I'm going to actually get to upload this, but I want you guys to know I'm recording this the morning 4/4. That's today's date, right? And then you have the card number 4. And if I recall correctly, I think this morning I posted a meme on my Facebook and it was the numbers 444. Isn't that awesome? So anyways, that's a good sign. Go look up the number 444. Every relationship I establish is eternal. It is our desire that you come to remember that every relationship is eternal. And that once it's been established, it will be a part of your vibrational makeup forevermore. And that in your powerful now, where all that you have become converges with all that you are now becoming, you hold the power to create. And so your observation of a situation, wanted or unwanted, no matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creative partner of the experience. Wow, definitely words to think about here, Aries. So let's go into the love reading then and see what else we have coming through for you. Sit right there. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Okay, so Aries, now we're going to go into the love portion of the reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Yes, it's usually about an intimate partner, but it doesn't have to be. It could be about a family member, a friend, a child, you name it. Let's get into it and see. You have the card of laziness and they have the card of celebration. Now that's funny because I was just telling you in the spiritual reading that this time frame, they really want you to focus more on pleasure, feeling good, satisfaction, allowing yourself to be like this guy. You see? Yeah, he's being lazy, but he looks pretty happy to me. You know what I mean? So it's almost like kind of taking a chill pill, Aries. Excuse me, my head itches. Anyways, okay. Then this person has the card number 3, which is the 3 of Cups in this deck. This is talking about friendships, unions, celebrations, reconciliations. Again, friendships showing up again. So some of you, this could be relating to a friend and or friendship, just like in general, is important during this time frame. But we will see, Aries. We're going to look at the recent past and what led up to the now. Then I'm going to look at how you both see and feel about each other. And then most likely outcome. So, Aries, recent past. Page of Wands. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to tell you this just cause. Queen of Cups. Hold on, let me get one more card out. One more card for Aries. Okay. The Hierophant, the 8 of Wands. I made the mistake of like opening my TikTok this morning, and JoJo Siwa is all over TikTok with her new song, and I cannot get that song out of my head. I can't get it out of my head. I don't think it has anything to do with your reading, although maybe, I don't know. But just the one line, karma's a bitch, and then you do better. And I just keep hearing it in my brain. Incessantly. Anyways, I had to share that with you guys. If I accidentally sing it, I just want you to know it's been an all day thing. It's been in my head all day. I can't get it out. Can't get it out. All right, so let's see here. Recent past, Page of Wands, Queen of Cups. There's the Hierophant again. Now, the Hierophant was the first card out in your spiritual reading, and the 8 of Wands. This is about doing what's right for you, Aries. This is about doing what's right for you. Okay? Now, some of you in the past, maybe you didn't do that. Maybe you did what was expected of you, but not what was right for you. Okay? But this time frame is definitely about doing what's good for the Aries. I do feel like this little spark of creativity showing up here as well, especially in the emotional sector of your life. But I feel like, you know, there is movement forward out of that energy, Aries. There also may be new communication coming in as we go throughout April, throughout your birthday season. But I feel like all of these cards to me, and it's weird because I don't usually get that from that exact card combination, has to deal with like expectation, like doing what's expected of you as opposed to maybe what you feel is right for you. So I'm not really getting anything else out of that, which is weird because there's a lot of different ways I could read that, but that's exactly what I got. So let's go into how this person, what have they had going on in the recent past? 9 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 8 of Swords. Sorry, there was another message that came through also about questioning, you know, kind of doubting or questioning your higher self, or like if how you were feeling was real and valid. It's always real and valid. Your feelings are always real and valid. So anyways, let's see this person's recent past. 9 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. So I feel like Aries, this person has been making strides to take better care of themselves, but they've also been faced with their own inner demons, you know, and that's really caused them to look deeper, okay, to look further into themselves. But I'm also getting like, again, this trying to predict the future type of energy or uncertainty around like what the future holds. And I picked that up in the spiritual reading as well. So it's like this person is trying to stay present. They're trying to be productive. But then when it comes to like thinking about anything like what's going to happen or what's happening next. I feel that there's been a lot of anxiety around that. So let's go deeper and into the present energy. How does Aries see this person? The Sun, the Two of Swords, ooh, the Tower. What else? Ace of Pentacles. You question this person's commitment and or what their or validity or what they're committed to, or maybe there's been some questioning around that. It could be vice versa. It could be that they've questioned that about you. Take it as it resonates. But there is a lot of uncertainty and instability around like your perception of what's going on or what's going on with this person or like how you're seeing them. What's weird is underneath that uncertainty, you know, there's this optimism. There is this part of you that wants to see the best and wants to feel it's your best as well. But it's like you don't trust something about, you know, the situation or the person, and it has to deal with loyalty, it has to deal with commitment, or there's like some sort of shroud over that situation. Is that even a word, shroud? I don't know. I'm getting the term shred of evidence. I don't know what that means. Let's go deeper and see, shall we? How does Aries person see them? Three of Wands. The Fool. Checked out is what I heard. Okay. And the Knight of Swords. It's really interesting to me that I got that term, take it or leave it, because the cards actually look positive, you know. I feel like this person sees you as someone who's not afraid to take chances, generous. But sometimes you want to avoid talking or confrontation, or there's something avoidant here that this person feels about you. Now, does that mean that it's true? No, because perception is only true in the eye of the beholder. Like somebody could view you as somebody who's a bad communicator, when in reality, you just don't want to communicate with them. You know what I mean? So perception is tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. So I'm not saying that you are avoiding something difficult or that you are avoidant in nature, but that is how this person is viewing you or has viewed you, you know? So, I don't know if you're difficult to get a hold of, or, and again, this could be flipped. It could be that they're avoidant and they're difficult to get a hold of, but I definitely got that message. And I have no clue why I'm getting a Beetlejuice reference. I can see Beetlejuice in my mind's eye. And I'm going to guess that's for like a person, one person. I don't know how the heck that is even relatable, but I'm going to say it. Okay, so in the heart space, Aries, how do you feel about this person? Queen of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So Aries, in this person's heart, or not this, your heart space, jeez Louise. There is this harshness. There is like a little bit of bitterness here between you and this person, or maybe just in general, you know, feeling a little bit on edge, or, you know, To me, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is not messing around. You know, they say it how they see it. And I feel like this is what's showing up in your emotional space. But it could also be how this person is. At the foundation of this, Aries, I feel that there's been inconsistencies. And at the same time, satisfaction along the way. So it's like, it's a weird mixture here of, I guess, how you're feeling. Like in some ways you really want to maybe stick it to this person, but in other ways, like maybe you have a commitment here, or you've already built a foundation with this person. But at the same time, there's like this in and out vibe. And yet it's in a weird way, it's like oddly satisfying. You know, everybody thinks that they want an easy relationship. And if you watch the TikToker or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, there's all these people giving this advice on what a healthy relationship is. Because we all think in our mind we want like this perfect partner where there is no contrast, there is no differences, there is no arguments, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, you would be absolutely bored to death. You would be absolutely bored to death. Why not just be by yourself if you're going to date yourself? You know? Like if you were perfectly happy, then you would just be by yourself if you were looking for somebody who's just like yourself. But that's not really what we're looking for. Because sometimes there's a lot of growth and satisfaction and enjoyment that comes when we have a partner that ruffles our feathers a little bit, that challenges us, that causes us to look at life differently or try new things. You know, it's all right to have diversity. It's all right. And in fact, they want you to appreciate that diversity. So yeah, let's see what else. What's going on in this person's heart space? I just saw floaters. I don't know if you guys saw. I never know what the camera picks up until after I'm done. But I distinctly saw two. What's weird is usually orbs are white. These were dark. They were about like this big, and they were behind the camera, and there's two of them. I wonder, let me know if you've seen them behind me as well. All right, let's go into how does this person feel? Two of Cups. Six of Wands. This person either feels like a failure or they have a fear of failure. But in their heart space, they feel a very strong connection here. You have the soulmate card. They're also, you know, learning to see life from a different perspective, learning to see this connection from a different vantage point. They're even like self-reflecting, seeing themselves from a different vantage point. So they're learning, you know, about relationships, about themselves through their relationship with you, which is the beauty of all relationships, right? Is that we never know more about who we are than when we deal with others, you know, especially others who are very different than who we are. So it's very interesting to me that showed up on their end as well. So let's go into the future energy and see most likely outcomes for my Aries. I feel that is a misfire. I can still hear that darn JoJo Siwa song. You know, it took me like weeks to get Beyonce out of my head with her country song, and now I have this one. It's like I can't win, you know. Anyways, the High Priestess. Oh my gosh, 4-4. Y'all, 444 is your number. 4 is your number. It showed up in your spiritual reading too, and here it is again. 2 4s paired together. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Listen to your heart, Aries. It could, because it's calling for you. And I know that's a song, but that's literally how it came out. It's like your intuition is trying to guide you, but you see this person is ignoring it. that this person is so focused on what they think they don't have that they are not seeing what they do have. And their intuition is saying, hey, look over here, look over here. All is not lost. There's something good here. It's right here. It's right here. Right? And that's what your spirit guides do. That's what your higher self, your angels, whatever you call them, that's what they do for you. They forever hold that energetic space so that you can find your way to what you're looking for. And you're being called, Aries. So listen to your intuition. Where is it calling you towards? Okay. The Four of Pentacles. I feel like there's a bit of holding on here. Some of you are holding on to this connection or this love for this person or this situation. And Spirit is saying their love is here. Love is on the way. It's right here. You're holding out for something that is already available to you. But it's about your perspective. It's about the way that you're seeing it. It's like you're not seeing something or someone or this connection for what it is. Like you're holding out for some big grand gesture, or big change or whatever. And it's like, oh, it's already here. It's already here. And the only thing that you need to do is to be able to change your perspective a little bit, to change your lens. They're giving me an example of when you go to the eye doctor and, you know, they're testing your eyes and they have you put your face in that machine and then they go through all the different lenses and they say, is 1 better or 2 better, 3 better or 4 better? And it's like, that's what the universe is doing. And the lens that you're looking through, right, is your perception. But your perception can either make it cloudier or make it clearer, depending on what vibration your perception is aligned with, right? So it's about energy work as well. It's not always about the other person and the other person needing to change or do this or be this. Sometimes it's about us finding the right lens of which to see the connection through. So let's see this person's most likely outcome. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. I feel a deep sense of loyalty here or commitment, whether that's on both of your behalves or just theirs or just yours. But I also feel like there's something intense coming in for this person. So like they're being given some sort of opportunity and this is positive, but they are not seeing it through that lens. They're seeing it as a heartache, as a disappointment. And the universe is also trying to get them to see something differently. Like, no, this isn't. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. So the both of you could benefit from that example I just gave of about the lens of your perception, the lens of which you're seeing each other and the situation through, because this person is feeling all of this difficulty here, but it's actually an opportunity, and you're over here holding out when what you want is already available. But you got to be the realizer of it. You got to open your mind enough and open your eyes enough to see all possibilities to see this. And that's your work. That's what you're being called forward to do. So let's see what the guidance is then for Aries and their person. I have the card number 17. By default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. Many of the relationships or experiences you have attracted, you would not have deliberately attracted if you had been doing it on purpose. But much of your attraction is not done by deliberate intent, but rather by default. It is important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And chronic thoughts about unwanted things will invite it in. The law of attraction will always make it so. So this is encouraging you to be a deliberate thinker, Aries, because your thoughts are being heard and attended to, and then manifested. All right, so wow, very interesting reading. I'm loving this. Zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have, my goodness, Scorpio, Leo, could be another Aries, Taurus, Pisces, another Aries, possibly Taurus again. Yeah, Cancerian energy as well. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but keep an open mind. It is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future content. I post every zodiac sign every month. So if yours hasn't been posted yet, just give me a little bit more time and it'll be out. Otherwise, catch me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm wishing you guys all of the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.